Yo, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the video. All my subs and returning viewers, appreciate you joining me again. If you're new here, I create configs for adapters and programs that turn your mouse into a controller. This allows you to get the aim assist controller users have in Call of Duty. Call of Duty Warzone just released and came with some major changes, so I had to create another config for reWASD. If you use Aim's Index adapter, don't worry, it's next. I'll be working on it most likely as you're watching this. You can get the application at reWASD.com. If you need help, I've made several videos showing how to set up reWAS. Go to my main page, click playlists, and then the how to use reWAS playlist. You don't need a controller for this. I tried to answer as many questions as I can in Discord, and it's the fastest way to contact me. The config will be linked in the description below, along with the Discord. There will also be a code for 20% off yearly subscriptions if you decide to purchase reWAS. reWAS comes with a 7-day free trial if you want to test it before purchasing. Without further ado, grab the config in the description below and let's jump in game, go over the settings, and talk about the config. Now that we're in game, I'm going to go over the most important settings in the config. I'm going to show you the most important settings, and then I'm going to just scroll through all of my settings because a lot of them are just personal preference. And I'm going to go through the graphic settings as well. I'll just scroll through everything at the end, but let's go over the most important things first. Click controller. You're going to go to aiming input device. You're going to make sure you're on controller. This is important because we're making our mouse a controller. Button layout, you're going to want to be on default. Horizontal stick sensitivity and vertical stick sensitivity are both 2020. All of this stuff is off. Dead zone, super important. This is one of the most important things in the config. Left stick min 0, left stick max 50. This can be lowered even more. It doesn't matter because you're using a mouse and keyboard. Right stick min 0 and right stick max 85. This can be lowered to like 75 or even 50. You know, it'll make it a little bit faster, but it will also change the recoil combo in the config. So just remember, lowering this, you may have to change the recoil combo. If you need help with anything, just come by the Discord and ask questions. I try to answer as many questions as possible, and other people will help too at times. Sensitivity multiplier, most important one here is ADS sensitivity. I raise all of these. Here in the aiming advanced settings, this is one of the most important ones, is I have it set to linear. And the aim response slope scale is 0.50. Some people like to set this to 0.44. It's like closer to linear, but the curve I use isn't exactly linear either, so it's not that important, and I like to set to 50. You can experiment with this. You could raise it all the way up, lower it all the way down, just test it, see how it feels. If you want to change sniper zoom or anything, you can turn custom zoom on and change it per site. Make sure motion sensor behavior is off because this will turn off aim assist, and we obviously want aim assist in Call of Duty because it's super strong. That's what you're here for. Here, I'll just scroll through some of this if you want to see what I'm using. Tactical sprint assist on, and I turn the sprint assist delay to 0. Manual assist off. If you don't like it leaning left to right, you could turn corner slice off. I started liking it the more I played with it. You actually get like a little peeker's advantage on corners, and you'll see it in the gameplay. Slide and dive behavior, I just use tap to slide. I like to tap to slide and hold to dive. Alright, here in the combat tab, in combat advanced settings, interact to reload behavior, I set it to prioritize reload. You can use interact if you want. Whichever one is prioritized, it's going to do this one first when you tap. So they'll both be tapped unless they're both available together. For instance, if you got to reload when a gun's under. Also in the combat tab, the overlay advanced settings are important. Inventory control right here needs to be set to stick. This is for looting. So you'll loot with WASD. Drop all as melee and drop singles as space. And you select this space like in the loadouts and stuff like that. And here's my graphic settings if anybody wants to see them. I'm no expert at the stuff. I just pretty much put everything to low. My PC is kind of a potato anyway, so. These settings right here are really important if you haven't set your graphics settings, your view settings. Weapons field of view wide, it makes makes it smaller. It says it right here. It explains them down here. Affected also, this gives you less visual recoil, at least it did in the last game compared to Independence, so set that affected. Field of view 120 is important. This is you can see how much more of the screen you can see when you have more field of view. Lower field of views, you'll be able to see things up close a little bit better, but I like to see everything I can in case someone trying to come up in my blind spot. And these two are really important. First person camera movement, you want to set the least because this causes more camera movement. Same with I mean third person, I do the same, even though, you know, most of this game is in first person. But yeah, there is a recoil combo in this. I haven't set for the AK. You can see it here in the config. I'll show you real quick. If you come to the ADS layer in the config and then click on mouse 1 and then the mapping here, you'll see there's a combo right here. And you'll see here there's a up and down, -4, minus on a right stick down is gonna make it go to pull down. And then I have -3 with a different type of deflection here. Sometimes you can use relative deflection, but you know, you could test either one to make it go left and right. This is -3, so that's gonna make it go left. So now if we come in game and check it out, since I put the left on it, this is for this specific AK. This is the AK I've been using since game. And it pulls down like this because this gun is really inaccurate at distance. So when you have this on and it pulling down that much, at distance it's really accurate. You can't feel it that much up close at all either. So it works really good at close and mid range still. There's also a new sticky aim combo in this. You can see right here. It's on a turbo. When you aim down sights, always on start press. If you wanted to mess with that, this is a brand new one. It goes up and down. It just jitters up and down. Here's the loadouts I've been using. The AK-74. And this is good if you're really low level. I prestige, so I had to find something that was good, that was low level, that I had attachments for. And the C9, you start off with these basically. The AK you unlock really early, and the C9 you start off with. This gun, even without like the meta kind of build for it, is still good. This is what I'm using. That's it for the settings. I got a solo dub with this config on the new Resurgence map if you want to see this in action. I don't 2-box or VPN for easier lobbies, so what you see is with SBMM on. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Hit the like and subscribe if you forgot. Much love. Peace.
Resurgence. Survive the countdown to earn redeployment. Secure kills to speed up the timer. Target added while time remains. Watch the skies. Enemy counter UAV inbound. The enemy lost track of you. Good work down there. Enemy counter UAV inbound. You're redeploying. Enemy UAV overhead.
That was close.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Threat down. Friendly is safe.
We've got gas moving in.
Throwing frag.
Enemy dropping into the AO. soldier incoming. You're in the top 10. Keep knocking them down. We've got 10 squads active in the field. Enemy UAV is online. Enemy counter UAV inbound. Gas is closing in. Hostile UAV in the area. Fire sales over. Adjusting prices. You're redeployed. No more second chances.
Back at it.
Gas is moving.
That was close.
Only 4 remain. Finish the job. 5 squads still operational in the AO.
Eyes overhead. Establish half on station.
There's an increased payout for this job. Be sure to collect.
Mission timeline 50% checked.
Enemy UAV is online.
Get a UAV on grid.
You're losing ground. Move it.
Back at it.
Stay safe.
3 squads left in the war zone. Stay alert.
Radio overflight terminated.
Smoke out. Taking fire.
Got gas moving in. All bounty targets destroyed. Hell of a job.
Half overflight, halfway point on my mark. Mark. MTL expired. Exiting mission area.